What if the stock market's bad news could actually work in your favor at tax time? And what if that tax strategy could also change how you think about the mortgage on your home? I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Today, we're talking about something most mortgage professionals never bring up: tax loss harvesting, and why it matters more than you might think when you look at the big picture of your household. Let's start with the basics. Tax loss harvesting sounds complicated, but the idea is pretty simple. If you sell an investment for less than you paid for it, that loss can be used to offset gains you made somewhere else. So if you made money on one stock and lost money on another, you can use that loss to reduce what you owe in taxes. Here's a number worth knowing. The IRS allows you to deduct up to $3,000 in each capital losses beyond your gains each year on your federal return. Anything above that, you can carry it forward into future tax years. And this is where it gets interesting. What does any of this have to do with your mortgage? Everything. Here's how I think about it. Most people look at their finances in little boxes: the investment box, the mortgage box, the tax box. But your financial life doesn't work in boxes. It works as one connected household budget, and every dollar you save on taxes is a dollar that can go toward building real, lasting wealth. So when we talk about tax loss harvesting, we're not just talking about your portfolio. We're talking about your household blended interest rate. We're talking about cash flow. We're talking about safety, liquidity, and return, the three things that every financial decision should be measured against. Here's something a lot of people don't think about. If you're sitting on losses in a taxable investment account, harvesting those losses before year end might free up cash. That cash could go toward paying down high interest debt, adjusting your financial strategy, or repositioning your equity. The key is not making that decision in a vacuum. There are rules to be aware of. The IRS has what's called the wash sale rule. If you sell a security at a loss, you can't turn around and buy the same or substantially similar security within 30 days before or after that sale. Do that, and the IRS disallows the loss. So timing matters, strategy matters. And here's a word of caution. Tax loss harvesting only works in taxable accounts. Your IRA, your 401k, those are off the table for this particular strategy. Now, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not tax advice. I say that clearly. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not tax advice. What I am is someone who has been in the lending business since 1983, who looks at the full picture of your financial house, not just the mortgage rate, not just the investment return, but how it all works together. Because strategy beats rate always. I've talked with families who were so focused on getting the lowest mortgage rate, they completely missed opportunities on the liability side of their balance sheet. They had high interest credit cards, car payments, student loans, and they were ignoring all of it while obsessing over a quarter of a point on their home loan. That's like polishing the hood ornament while the engine's running rough. Tax loss harvesting is one piece of a much bigger puzzle. And when you put that puzzle together thoughtfully, when you look at your entire household financial picture, that's when things really start to move in the right direction. So here's what I want you to do. Go to rsrlinks.com/keysteps. That's rsrlinks.com/keysteps. It's a tool that helps you put your financial house in order, and it starts with understanding how all the pieces connect. And if you're thinking about a mortgage or refinance or just want to know what your options look like, visit gethomeselect.com. Whether it's conventional loan, FHA, USDA, or even a reverse mortgage, we can walk through what makes sense for your situation. And at gethomeselect.com, that's just one of the options, gethomeselect.com. We're not looking at just what you qualify for, but what actually works for you. That's the difference between eligibility and suitability, and that difference matters. Give us a call, smoke signal, DM, any of those. Set up a Zoom. Let's look at the whole picture. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Thanks for listening to the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by gethomeselect.com, gethomeselect.com. And remember, I'm not giving you tax advice. Consult tax professionals before implementing any tax strategy. I am just an educator in this scenario.